Hello everyone, Będę here. In today's video I want to introduce you to the world of high-pin count locks. I will tell and show you how I work on such locks and what is important to do while working on these locks. And most importantly, what definitely should not be done. In this video I will be covering the Japanese high-pin count lock West 917, where we have 20 pins in 3 rows. This lock is classified on the Lockpickers United belt list as a level 1 black belt. Working on high-pin count lock is very often progressive pinning, and I want to introduce you to the principles of such work, which are a collection of my experience with such locks. Of course, I may be wrong, or someone may have other methods, so if you would like to add something, please feel free to discuss in comments or on LPU channel on Discord. The first thing we need to check is the type of housing, what format it is in. This way we will know how to do the gutting. For example, in this 917 I have side plates covering each row of pins, and for gutting I will have to slide them out. If your housing does not have these side plates, then you will have to do gutting using a follower. If you find that you need to use a follower, then check that the standard size fits. It happens that high pin count locks have different sides, and then you will have to make a follower yourself. A fairly easy and cheap solution may be to buy a cheap drill with the appropriate diameter and cut off the part that is attached to the drill. This has 12 millimeters diameter. Another important thing is to check what depth are K-pin chambers in each row. There are locks in which the chamber are at the same depth in each row. For example, Goal V18 or Goal Grand V. And then you have to remember not to turn the core too far when you have picket. Another important point is that you will need to have a special groove in the follower, so that you can pull pins from each row, and pins that are at the same depth in the neighboring rows will not fall out. Here we have example of follower for Go V18 or Go Grand V. And here we have my West 917, and maybe it will be visible. Yeah. Here we have row number 3. Now it's row number 2. As you can see, they are not in the same depth. And row number 1 as well, not the same depth. adjust the tools you will be working with. You need to match your peak and your tensioner to the best of your ability before testing. The peak needs to have enough reach to set each pin, especially those that have max lift and need to be pushed really deep. It may happen that for side rows you will use different peak and for top rows different one. It all depends on lock model and your equipment. A very important part of the whole strategy is a well-fitting tensioner. High pin count locks have a lot of pins, and you have to remember that all the feedback is spread over much more points than in a normal pin tumbler where you have, for example, 6 pins. This is my tensioner. I recommended using this Chinese Z-bar, which can be adjusted to the width of the keyway with a file and sandpaper. They also have another big advantage. By being so long, they make a perfect platform for the peak, which you will be able to rest, and thus your movements will be more precise, and it will be easier for you to navigate inside of the core. Sorry. Okay, now I will put some pins inside, and we will go to the picking strategy, and I will show you how to do whole progressive pinning and everything which is important on that work. Okay, so now we have 3 last pins on each row, literally just 3 pins inside. Always insert the pins symmetrically. This way they will give even feedback all the time, the same feedback all the time, and each pin will behave the same way every time. This is also important because rows may not be isolated, and you will often have to learn the binding order of all the pins in the whole lock, and not just the individual rows. And always insert pins starting from the back of the keeping chambers. This way you will learn better how to navigate and how to know the feedback of the pins that are harder to access. I mean, pins on back always are harder to find and navigate. Okay, we have 3 last pins counterclockwise tension, and we are starting from row on the right side. Light click and it's good. Pin is jiggling. Now pin on the top row. little core movement, okay, and pin on the left row. Okay, and we have open. So on each step, I mean, when you have just 3 pins, next you will have 6 pins, 9 pins, and something like that. Always do few tries to find possibly best binding order and learn how to navigate. Okay, we have 3 pins on each row, 3 left pins, so pin number 7 and number 6 on the left row, pin number 7 and 6 on the top row, and pin number 6 and 5 on the right row. So let's try counterclockwise tension, and we are starting from right row. As first is binding pin number 7 on the right, so binding order is not changing. Pin number 6 on the right. Now top row, last one, and left row, and we have open. So one more time, pin number 6 and pin number 6 on the left and on the top, they're minimal lift, so we need to just touch them. Pin number 6 on the right is minimal lift as well, and it's first binder. Pin number 7 on the left row are max lift, and we need to push them very hard. Okay, we have open. Now time for next 3 pins. Okay, we are back. Now we have 3 pins on the left, 3 pins on top, and 3 pins on right row, and we are starting from right. Binding order is the same. That means number 6 on the left is binding at first. Now we're binding number 4 on the right, and number 5 on the right. Okay, now we will try to set number 7 on the left and top pins. Okay, let's check again. Okay, top pin number 7, It's a spool driver on the 7. Okay, and we have open. So pin number 5 and 6 on the left row are minimal lifts, and pin number 7 on the left row is a max lift, and to opposite side, pin number 7 is a quite high, low, quite high, and on the top, as you can see, this pin number 6 is minimal lift. We have to just touch him. Pin number 7 is a max lift, and he has a spool driver, so they give counter rotation. And pin number 5 is a middle lift. I think it have a spool as well, so they give counter rotation. Okay, so let's go for next 3 pins. Okay, I will show you some part of reassembling, because I want to tell you a very important thing. Never do literally anything above the pinning tray on which you have pins stacked. It is enough to if something falls on it, or you accidentally knock it down, and the pins get mixed up, or the springs disappear. Remember that the springs are always waiting for the best opportunity to disappear, and always take a high resolution photo of each row of pins while working with high pin count lock. More than once you will get confused or mixed up pins on the tray, which such a photo you will have a chance to save the lock. Okay, so now pin number 4 on the right row, pin number 3, sorry, pin number 4 on the top row, and pin number 4 on the left row. Okay, another 3 pins inside, so let's try to pick. Okay, so now as you can see, as you can saw, we have 4 pins on each row, and we are trying to pick it again. Counterclockwise tension, and we are starting from right row. Now number 4 on the right was binding at first. Number 7, once again because I overset. Number 4, number 7, number 6, number 5 is just touch it. Okay, number 7 on the left. No, number 4 on the left. Okay, we got it. Now number 7. Let's check. Right row seems to be good. And the top pins, number 7. Okay, we have it. Now number 4. We got it. Number 5. And we have open. Okay. So one more time. Number 4 on the right at first. Now will be number 7. Okay. Now number 6. Okay, and right row we have picket. Now number 4 on the left. 5 and 6 are good. And number 7. And top pins. Now we will start from number 4 on the top. Okay, we got it. Number 5 on the left was dropped. Now number 5 on the top. We got it. Number 7 on left. Max lift. Okay, it's okay. So now number 7 on top. And number 4 on the left. 5, sorry, and we have open. Okay, so let's go for the another 3 pins. Okay, now we have 5 pins on each row, and let's try. Okay, on the right side, number 4, number 7, number 6, now on the top, number 3, and number 3 on the left. Okay, let's check number right side. Should be good. 3 on the top, and again number 3 on the left, number 4 on the left, and number 7 on the left. Okay, now number 7 on top. Should be good. Look for some binders because feedback at this moment is not that obviously. Okay, on the top that was number 4. And number 4 on the left. Number 5 on the left. And now something was dropped. Okay, we have opened the dropped pins was number 3 on the left. So let's go for another part of pins. Okay, we have 18 pins inside, 6 on each row, and let's try. On the right row we have all 6 pins. 1 is loose, 3 is loose, 4 is binding. Yes, sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 is binding. Okay, now we go to the 7 and 6. Okay, now number 1 on the right. 2 clicks and we have set. Okay. Now number 3 on the top. We have it. Number 2 on the top. We have it. Okay. Number 2 on the number 3 on the left side. Number 5 on the left, and number 2 on the left. Okay. Now we check. Right side seems to be good. Okay, that was number 3 on the left. So we need to find that was number 6 on the top. Number 7. 4 on the top and number 2 on the left. Number 7 on the top. Okay, let's check the top pins. 7 and 6 are good. Number 4. Number 4 on the left side. Okay, and we have open. So now it's time for last 2 pins, and we have fully pinned West 917. Okay, so we have fully pinned West 917, 7 pin on the left row, 7 on the top row, and 6 on the right row. In total we have 20 pins. So let's give a try. Counterclockwise tension, and we are starting from right row. Okay, number 3. Okay. Now it's number 1, number 7 was there. Now it's number 2 on the left row. At this point feedback is not so clear, so you just have to look for binding pins on the top. Number 1, number 3 on top, again number 1, okay, left, Okay, I think I have overset in some pin, and it was number 2 on the left. Okay, now we are good. Number 7. Number 2 on the left. Number 3 on the left. Okay, and something is missing on the right is good. On the left. Number 3. Okay. We have an open. And now, like tradition said, we must gut this lock. So let's do some rearrangement. Okay, and we are starting from row on the left side. I will speed up this gutting process because it will be quite long. Okay, as you can see, each chamber has over milling. Each chamber on side, because on top, these chambers, they don't have it, but all side chamber has overmilling, so they need to be pins in this chamber need to be set twice usually. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video and it will be a bit helpful with work with high pin count locks. Okay, if you have any questions or any doubts, please leave a comment or ask me on Lock Pickers United channel on Discord. Stay safe, cheers.